Okay, fine, sure, yeah. You're right about most things. Of course, like most of everyone else, there's love lying dormant inside my cold chest, waiting for the warmth of a prince's kisses awakenings. But this must be getting up on the wrong side of the bed to find you framing the picture that it's all in my head whenever I mention just how prickish the thrust of your tongue stings when it expedites the facts. How often do our morning kisses turn to goodnight hisses? With conjoined lips, we swap our faces as we slip into wolf from rabbit to serpent to cat and back, and I must feel safe enough in this to catch myself snoozing on your lap. With anyone, really. I don't think I ever could have imagined that. But more often than not, I find myself frozen and caught in a place where you just penetrate, bark, and never listen. Then tell me how our souls together only glisten, found their way inside the deepest dark, and were set on fire from a single spark, and it sounds like the beautiful art that every heart wants to be a part of. I question myself inside and out, 'cause when you say I block myself from love, it's true. I believe you see me well enough. In fact, I know you do. And I know some of the best medicine tastes bitter too, so maybe this whole thing has just been one tough pill to swallow that I'm not used to, and I don't really know who's made for who. I want to say that it was always me for you, but I want to say it like you do, like it was sifted from the sands of truth. Maybe I've been blinded by my comparative youth. I do see the maturity in how you make the choice to show up enough day by day with the consistency required for the active iteration of love. It's a move that could dismantle my delusions of intimacy from distant affinity and attraction. I guess I just thought it would feel differently from this. I admit I needed the affection, 'cause it finally feels like home to hug a warm body, though there are tears which always stream their way back to me, especially at 5 a.m. when we're still arguing on no sleep. I can't discern my feelings from facts. You tell me I'm not alone anymore, prove it through so many moves towards connection and warmth, and on a dime you turn around and act out like that. Told you that I wasn't ready. Your response? Ambivalence was our greatest enemy as you moved into my life in a finger snap, so that any half of mind I had to walk and fast was corroded in our Lovebomb's aftermath. But I have to confess that I've been a mess since before we both met. It drew me to you like a fish in the net, the wound spread out inside my lap, the salt in your story so gritty and gory, tenderizing my flesh with a sick salivation, subconsciously seeking my depression salvation as though it would cure me to be consumed so completely. Surrender and sacrifice. I was drawn to that. Till I found myself again questioning life, staring at the ceiling, asking myself what it is that I'm missing and how it is that I'm always churning what needs the most nursing into solitude till I don't know who's blaming who. I want to say that the fault always falls to you. I just want to say it the way you do, and the part of me that could walk and fast. See, I've got a deep-seated unmet need for significance that puts me in and out of all sorts of unreciprocated relationship, and from age 8 to 33 was dreaming of a love to arrest me from bashing my own head against the wall until the helmet of codependency no longer fit. And no, I'm not here to deduce the nuances of our dichotomy to the pitfalls of pop psychology distorted by the algorithm's recognition of my desire for vindication and visibility. But if the shoe fits, baby. With scattered thoughts and peace of mind dispersed, another argument appears. At first something simple just to be conversed, but things just keep getting blown out of proportion, honey. Bigger, bigger, thinner, thinner, till the bubble finally bursts. So we've brought each other to our worst, and every fight feels so rehearsed. Man, don't you know this thing's in verse? The curse was cast, your cast is cursed. And when that twisted limb inside dick hurts, it creates its own protective universe, till what saved you once now blocks you in the worst way. So that what you reach through is a weapon, not connection, not a tool for change. I know you've got some shame you can't shake. It'd rock your core foundation like an earthquake. And if you finally broke what you've been stashing open, it won't be a piggy bank. So now I've got 2 fingers out in the audacity odyssey, saying peace to what you might think. And it's high time to get your digits off my psyche when your third eye's caught up in a tight blink. They say hope floats, so I'm rocking the boat when this ship's bound to sink. It's only natural order that my emancipation lies in escape. And now I'm on the other side of the wall, having fully accepted that you can't fully listen, but I'm shouting still despite being small, hoping someone will hear me, especially the women. Love is work, but it won't if there's a baseline of confusion. Imagine spending your one precious life chopping off the best of yourself to nourish someone else's delusion. An insidious function rooted in survival, reptilian yet entirely human, has slithered its way through the backbone to the top of nearly every living constitution. I sometimes wonder what would happen if we stopped feeding this beast altogether and sparked a psychological revolution. Pay close attention. There are always early warning signs of control and frustration, obtuse interference of recognizing your reality masked in the lies of validation, the too good to be truths coming right back before losing you. They'll know what to say, they'll know what to do. It all begs the question, did you ever even really like them? Don't trust what feels familiar, trust your intuition, and know there is freedom in a regulated nervous system, and know that you deserve safety in a regulated nervous system. I bet you don't even think this poem is about you, even when you know it to be. Because when your illness is ignorance of proof, then being with you becomes mine too, and that's the real truth. But how prickish the thrust of the tongue stings, right? When it expedites the facts.